Good day fellas, I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with a Jagdtiger. Quite an abomination of the tank, don't you think so? The tank itself, as wrong as it sounds, is platform is no bueno, but the gun, oh boys, oh boys. So speaking of the platform, everyone can penetrate you, especially if people are willing to load gold ammunition, right? I can promise you that everyone is going to penetrate you like there is no tomorrow. But this tank can defend himself. This tank is capable of shredding everyone like hot knife through the butter, and there is a reason for that. The standard penetration of this tank is 276 millimeters of penetration. This is very good. Gold penetration 352 millimeters with 1.5 1,000-meter shell velocity. This is absolutely amazing. So this is what this tank is all about, and the tank can work very well. If you do not need to use your armor, you can definitely feel absolutely incredible and absolutely amazingly with this tank. Well, if you need to use your armor and if you need to be aggressive with this tank, this is where the problems comes, in my opinion. Obviously, you can out DPM pretty much majority of the tanks, right? And this is not a big problem because with this tank you have like 3,700 DPM, which is very, very good. But everything is coming with a price, and if you are going to be tracked, you are going to get effed. If enemies are going to make obviously good decisions while not approaching you face to face and while not trading, but overall just simply flanking you, well, this is going to be kind of game over. So this is worth to say, and obviously I believe this is completely understandable. At this point, I am kind of regretting for not being too aggressive in this side. I would love to join our forces and try to make a bit of pressure. Why so? Because as you can see, enemies have a lot of forces who are playing here, so I believe it is about the time to join our team and try to make a bit of pressure, or maybe help them to defend against the enemy forces who are being relatively aggressive here. This is only one way how we can do the things. So let's take our time to move. Obviously, the speed of this vehicle is also not the finest. You can't say the tank is going in front like there is no tomorrow. It is unstoppable vehicle, and oh boy, even CS63 could envy of the speed of this tank. No, it is not the case, fellas. Let's be real. But once again, the speed is not the biggest highlight of this vehicle. Speed is not so great, but what is good? Gun. And I hope we are going to have a chance to show what this gun is all about. 600 in the face of the Panzer. That was absolutely amazing. Can we hit him once again into the turret? Bam. We could hit him into the turret, but unfortunately we did not penetrate him. Can we hit him once again, but this time can we penetrate him? Right into the frontal mantlet. Boom! 600 in the face. Kill. How did you penetrate him in the frontal mantlet? Well, this is a weakness of the Panzer 7, and I know not every single person knows about it, right? But this is very handy information to know. Meanwhile, what we are going to do, we are going to go for a base defense at this point. I see our two 1-to-1B taking one for the team. I can see this gentleman, and I am very, very well aware of that. So what I am trying to do, I am trying to get into position from where we could actually support this guy. This is very, very important thing to do and important thing to say as well. So far the battle is looking kind of average, maybe even below average, just because we are not crafting that much damage yet. But fellas, everything has its own time, and we are arriving into position just in time to support our guy. Beautiful. Now phase 1 is thinking yop tararai, and what to do now, and I'm saying, oh yes, yop tararai, my man, yop tararai. Look at this beauty. The gun handling of this tank is absolutely absolutely insane, and this tank can work very, very well, as you can see that yourself. In no time whatsoever, we did 3000 damage. Obviously, by any means, letting enemy on fire was definitely beneficial for us. By the way, this 1-to-1 is going to kill the standard B, so I'm ignoring him. What we are going to do instead we are going to approach the Sterva and T and Hash just like so, together with this 1-to-1B. That's what we are going to do, right? And in the same time, the tanks we need to be afraid of are the tank destroyers who are sitting somewhere here in the back, right? Those are the tanks we need to be afraid of. So far, very good start. I see 1-to-1B. 1-to-1B will raise his PP. I can promise you that he's going to raise his PP, and there is a chance he's going to shoot in the air. Meanwhile, T and Hash is looking at our 1-to-1B, which is not very good thing, but it is how it is. No complaints, no regrets. We are getting punished for baboon dance. But you know what? That's completely fine, because I am going to take one for the team from this gentleman, and this is going to be no bueno for him in a moment. Our 1-to-1B saw him shooting twice, but now the question is, does this T and Hash have autoloader gun, or he doesn't have autoloader gun? This is the question. We are going to push in front. We are not going to stop. We are going to show the dominance for him for obvious reasons. And in fact, I want to believe he doesn't really have autoloader gun. At least from how this guy is playing, it doesn't look like he's having autoloader, don't you think so? Meanwhile, our Super Conqueror is joining the fight, and at this point, this is just a farming plantation for us, for obvious reasons. I would love to say this Super Conqueror wouldn't block him, but, you know, I get it. He could ram him, and he went for ram. That's completely fine, and we are feeling very, very well. Plus, on top of that, obviously, enemies still have a couple of guns, and we will try to do our best in order to eliminate Arta. Arta is dead, beautiful, and look, this is what this vehicle is all about, and this is what this tank is capable of doing. DPM of this tank is nuts. Accuracy of this tank is nuts. Just simply do not approach enemies for free, you know. Do not make a silly goose mistakes against the enemies. That's what I want to say. If you are going to play with this tank relatively safely, especially whenever you are playing in the open map, everything can work extremely well for you. If you are going to go in front while beating the living crap out of your chest, then the things are not going to look that great, and then you obviously might get slaughtered and you might get killed. Beautiful game. Very, very nice performance for Jagdtiger in the open map. We do not have a full view range, and the reason being is because I do not have a full field modifications fully tuned in, so I decided to go with ventilation, rammer, and rotation mechanism, so I'm not going to get flanked that easily. And in fact, fellas, speaking about the equipment setup and speaking about the field modifications and everything, remember, we have a very, very nice site where you can change absolutely everything, so keep this in mind, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. For Jagdtiger field modifications, for example, just click here and you will see what I am using myself. You care about mark of excellence requirements, all information here. And if you care about the ace expectation values, you can see everything here as well. And obviously, if you are into the lower tier gameplay, aka mid tier gameplay, Skill4ltu Extra is the place to be. We are releasing content daily about the tier 5, tier 6, tier 7 tanks, and sometimes even lower tiers for shits and giggles. So feel free to check it out, fellas. So what do we have? We have a very first class. This is very nice and I am happy. 4,700 damage, 600 assisting damage, and 1,120 experience. We are second by experience and we are first by the damage. Beautiful. Plus on top of that we made 28,000 profits. Very nice. Let's go for round number 2, shall we? And we are back. luck with the maps is insane. Considering this tank is like semi-heavy tank, you know, in the city maps, we are getting open maps after open maps. I can't cry too much because we will try to get as much use as we physically and possibly can as usual, but this is not going to be easy game, fellas. I don't really think I can make a hardcore pressure on top of the hill. I truly do not really think so. And probably the best case scenario for us in this kind of situation will be to blind fire the EBR, maybe. Maybe that's how we can start the game. I am not planning to go on top of the hill because we have a lot of people who are doing so, okay? I don't feel like we should go for this. Instead of doing that, I believe we could try to blind fire EBR. And our guy said EBR is sitting here, so how about if we are blind firing this guy? Boom. This is definitely not a blind fire, but that's okay. We have all time in the world of tanks. Let's go for a shot just like so. This is not a blind shot, unfortunately. How about a shot here? And once again, we are just trying to figure out where exactly BR is sitting at. Okay, nothing. We are not finding absolutely anything. How about the typical bush here? Boom. Unfortunately, we cannot find the BR here as well, which sucks, but it's okay. Let's go for a blind fire just like so. Can we find him? No, we cannot. And our guys are getting slaughtered. Okay, look. At this situation, we are going to be passive, and I am proud of being passive. I think the best play we could make here is to sit in this typical bush, and from this typical bush, we should be able to find the BR moving like this eventually. It is not going to happen instantly for obvious reasons, but eventually we are going to see them moving. And whenever we will see them moving, we are going to punish them. Keep this in mind. Platform of this tank is not great, but the gun handling is solid banana out of 10. And I know it looks weird because this tank is rated as a playable in index page, and I honestly don't really think this tank is easy tank to play with, and this is the main reason. You know, when the tank is created for having armor, right? When the tank is created for in a way bouncing some shots or blocking some shots, and when the tank can't do that, I cannot rate the tank epic, right? Even though the gun handling of this vehicle is amazing. But if you want to play with a tank which has an absolutely epic gun, and you want to have camo as well and turret, why not to play with, for example, Waffle tier 9, you know? It is just simply better tank. That's the main thing what I want to say. Anyways, at this point, we are sitting kind of hold down against the enemies who are incoming for us. And believe me, they will go for us. I can promise you that. Enemies are going to make a hardcore pressure. And whenever enemies will attempt to make hardcore pressure, we are going to smack them like there is no tomorrow. And they are going to regret their life choices. So this is exactly what I want to see. Meanwhile, Type made a mistake. He took one for the team. This is exactly what I need. And this is what I'm talking about. Armor of this vehicle is irrelevant, you know. He penetrated towards the upper side like there is no tomorrow, so that's important thing to say. Meanwhile, we are trying to spot the cap, and as you can see, we are spotting cap. I want our team to beat the living crap out of the enemies in this kind of situation. This is very important thing to say, and this is what we are going for. I am very, very well aware of this E3, okay? I am super aware of this E3. And as you can see, we are not able to spot him, which is quite sad thing, but oh well, what can you do? Anyways, the Type 61 is trying to make a bit of pressure, but this is not going to be a good ending for this gentleman, and I think we got this battle, honestly. I think we got this battle currently, so everything is looking fine. We are kind of hold down. In order to penetrate us, enemies needs to hit our superstructure, and this is not going to be so simple and so easy. Meanwhile, EBR is going through the open field and EBR is going home. Beautiful. Meanwhile, E3 is getting spotted, and obviously by any means I am a lucky guy because this gentleman did not manage to penetrate me, although he had all chances to do so, but you know, what can I say? Unlucky for him. Anyways, the next shot we are going to fire into the bush right here. Am I going to decap the base? Probably yes. Probably yes, fellas. He's sitting in those bushes somewhere here. Maybe in that a bit further bush. Over here, maybe. Once again, relax, take it easy, and as you can see, we are just trying to annoy the enemy forces like there is no tomorrow, and we are doing everything successfully here. I am very happy with my performance and my decisions, what I am doing in this battle. By any means, we are not done, and this is not game over, and there is still a lot of things for us to do, but in the same time, I would say the start of the game, Aka defending position was played by us top notch. I am very, very happy with this. Meanwhile, our team is making a hardcore pressure for this E3, and I believe I do not need to say this E3 is going to get slaughtered for obvious reasons, right? Very nice. So far, so good, fellas. Can we kill him? He's already dead. Beautiful. So, what do we need to do at this point? At this point, we need to figure out how to make a pressure for the enemies, right? We know the T-30 is sitting in the typical position here, so we are going to try to blind fire him just like so. With a standard ammunition blind shot to the typical bush. One. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. How about blind shot to the typical bush, but from the other side? Two. Very nice. Okay, at this point, the situation is not looking good, and our Waffle just drowned. Full hit points, Waffle drowned. Ay, 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 ay. Well, at this point, nothing what this gentleman could do differently. He forgot to take his scuba equipment, right? This is understandable. We will take our time to go on top of the hill. I don't really think there is any other way how we can approach the enemies without taking a humongous risk. Because once again, this Fava probably is getting farmed by the enemy M60. Unless this M60 do not have too much hit points and he's kind of afraid of doing something. This could be a possibility as well. So let's see. Is it the case? Aha. By the looks of it, he went back for a base defense. That's absolutely wrong. I repeat, this is absolutely wrong. He did not went for a base defense. He just checked the hill. Okay, our Type 61 is going to get slaughtered by him undoubtedly. But you know what? We are still feeling relatively fine. All we need to do, we need to take a typical bush here, and we need to wait until M60 is going to get spotted, right? Now there is a couple of options how the things can go. Option number one, enemy M60 will sit here and try to farm enemies like this. Or option number two, he is going to go down, which is very, very unlikely, right? Maybe, I repeat, just maybe, he might try to make a bit of pressure like this, but once again, I don't really think it is going to be the case. Anyways, if I'm not mistaken, we should have the one blind shot, at least I hope so. And now, at this point, we just simply need to wait until this gentleman will go for us. Come on, I believe you can do this. Buddy, I believe you can do this. Try to escape because there is plenty of forces which is going for you. Our Leo is saying solid 5,000. This is a bloody GG for Leo. Let's see. Beautiful. This is exactly what I was waiting for. This is exactly what I was looking for. Beautiful, fellas. Very, very, very nice performance and very good game overall, considering what kind of battle we had. So keep this in mind, fellas. Whenever you are playing with a tank destroyer, or even whenever you are playing with a slower heavy tank, you don't necessarily need to go on top of the hill, because as wrong as it sounds, you can defend the base and still be extremely successful, speaking about the score. So that was... What the f... Okay, fellas. We have 5,000 damage. I don't know how, but we blind shot at someone. We blind shot at E3 and we blind shot at T30. Okay. Ooh, 5,000 it is. So look at this beautiful performance. So we are first by the damage, we are third by experience, and our light tank spotted 5,000. Very, very, very good play by the light tank. Absolutely amazing session, if you would ask me. Anyways, 15,000 profits, that's great, and let's go for round number 3. Let's go. And we are back. I was crying so much about the matchmaking and about the maps. Open maps, open maps. Berlin, here we go. That's what we have. So what do we have, fellas? We have an extremely good matchmaking to be aggressive. And for this matchmaking, overall, I would probably use improved hardening, probably rammer and rotation mechanism. If I would have a field modifications, fellas, probably this is what I would use, and I believe this is completely understandable. Speaking about understandable, we have a light tank in the open field, and oh boys, he's not going to enjoy himself, especially whenever we are going to notice him, and believe me, we will. Meanwhile, if this Panther will pull back, he is going to take one for the team. That's very good, and so far everything is looking very nice in our favor. Meanwhile, we are going to go for a blind fire for T49. Unfortunately, we missed our shot, but it is completely fine. I know where enemies are, and I don't need to panic too much. In fact, speaking about the panic too much, what panic? Kaboom! This T49 is sneaky bastard. Anyways, I am still feeling very, very well, especially when enemies will try to pick on us. Kaboom! Minus 580. And even though we are in the open field, we don't really need to panic too much. 2 seconds left, we are feeling great. How about killing shot? Well, not quite, but this is alright. Now, look. We know where Progetto is sniping from. Progetto is sniping from here, so we are going for a blind shot. There is a tiny chance we are hitting him, or maybe not. We'll see. Let's go for another blind shot, just like so. I see those Kapazanders or German CDCs making a hardcore pressure in this side, I see. But we are feeling very, very well, nevertheless, fellas. We are feeling extremely well. Another crazy shot, just like so. And at this point, we are paying a humongous attention. We might get flanked. Okay, so yeah, we cannot be so aggressive as we were before. Although, maybe we can. Maybe we will find them crossing the bridge. Speaking about the crossing, how are you doing? Kaboom. Minus 500 in the face. Very nice. And I believe at this point we can still be very, very... we can still sit here and we can enjoy ourselves to pretty much maximum. How about if we would try to get involved? No, we don't want to get involved. We just want to sit here. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I made a decision. We don't want to be involved. We want to sit here. Meanwhile, there is a chance this Kapaza will peak like this in a moment. Let's give him like 6 more seconds. What do you think? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's not peaking. That's okay. And at this point, we are going to try to eliminate the guys who are sitting right here. So let's do this. That's okay. I am feeling very, very good. And look at this angle. Hi, how are you doing? Boom, 480. That's very, very good. And even though this guy is feeling relatively fine, reality is a bit different and he is not fine, okay? Well, neither I am. I repeat, neither I am. That's fine, okay, relax, take it easy, kaboom, right into the front, just like so. Game, why would you do this to me? Hashtag never lucky, fellas. We managed to bounce the straight angle here, because when he lowered his hole, it was literally flat angle, but hashtag never lucky. I believe he had better luck than we did. Nothing to change, nothing to do. I am still pretty happy about our performance. We have 3.7 thousand visible, and there is a chance we are having at least one blind shot to the projector. So let's teleport into the end of this game and let's see, did we hit someone with a blind or not really? Let's go. And we are back, fellas. Now the question is, did we hit the projector? No, we didn't. We have 3.7, but that's completely fine, fellas. No complaints, no regrets. I am happy with this performance, and we are third by experience, second by the damage. This is a very, very good game, and in the end of the day, fellas, we made obviously credits, and we have 4.5 thousand average damage and 500 assisting damage. 5,000 combined. What do you want me to do? This is absolutely amazing session, and I hope if you are playing with a Jagdtiger yourself, maybe I gave you some tips and tricks how to play with this vehicle better. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time, and obviously big fat thanks for every single of you for watching the YouTube videos, obviously for supporting this disgusting mother trucker by being patrons or by clicking that join button in the YouTube, aka becoming a direct sponsor, or alternatively buying bananas in the index page. Thank you very much. I hope I am worth it, and I hope you are enjoying the content, and yeah, thank you, fellas. See you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.